He said the first, the second he said the name, I went, he could also be so. Because he's already.
those right now, guys. Welcome to the Marine Corps Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps 249th United States Marine Corps birthday long. How about that? Let's go. Guys, this is a really great time of year for veterans, and it's compounded by the fact that the Marine Corps birthday is really close. We get to celebrate two really important holidays that all surround the same theme. It brings up an enormous amount of memories back for a lot of veterans, a lot of emotion back for a lot of veterans. This is a really great time for us. I can't think of a better place to be than with you all here this evening. All right? I'm glad that you all are able to be part of this. I'm incredibly proud of you. I know that you might not know this, but there's times where First Sergeant gets cranky. Relax. So, it comes from a place, guys, I want to tell you, it's really strange. It comes from a place of, I'll say it, love. I want you guys to know that I treat you guys and look at you guys a lot like my own child. A lot of times, I have expectations of you that even qualify for Marines. I get confused sometimes that I'm not looking at Marines anymore because you guys are able to carry it out so well. So be proud of yourselves. Our events today and our Veterans Day, I think, did a phenomenal job at representing this battalion. Now we're here to be able to celebrate the birthday ball, where you're going to see the entire birthday ball ceremony. Invited guests, distinguished guests, our guest of honor, welcome, Superintendent Brown, Principal Paulson, appreciate you coming in. Cadets, and your invited guests. Have a good time this evening. Enjoy the camaraderie, it's what it's about. Sharing friendship, sharing good times, sharing food, sharing stories. That's what this is about. It's a time to enjoy all those things. I'm going to tell you there is a whole bunch of people that made this happen, all right? There's a lot that goes into pulling off an event like this. You guys can see all those people in front of me right now are here on their own time, their own free will, to assist us, to assist you, to provide you great time. They'll be serving you your food, so you better be nice to them. Good?
Yes, sir.
Let's give them all a round of applause. In particular, guys, there's a couple of people I want to mention that carried an enormous amount of weight to make this ball happen, all right? One of them's a runner-up. There can only be one champion. One of them's got to be a runner-up, all right? But I think you know, because you see it every day, how much work and how much effort and how much care and how much time First Sergeant Michelson puts into doing events like this. He cares equally about all of you. He has an enormous amount of energy. And I think the only reason why we're where we're at is because of his efforts. So thank you very much. In these programs, in these placemats, in these linens. And all of this, guys, look, it's professional. Sometimes I'm going to tell you better than some of the Marine Corps balls I've been to. All of this care and all this effort is for you because she cares about this program. She still has an investment in all of you cadets. And she is willing to do as much as she can to make sure that you enjoy a great experience. I think some of you know her, some of you may have seen her around school. That lady is Miss Jasmine Silvera. Where's Miss Silvera? Mr. Lowe, Ms. Chinchar, Ms. Lord, Mrs. Khan, Mr. Eichenen, Richards. They're all here to help you guys out, and it does not happen unless they're there to help. So we really appreciate that. All the servers, everybody's involved in this. Thank you very much. So we are got a ceremony to kick off here, guys. What's going to happen is we're going to go through the sequence of events. The same sequence of events that's going on in many, many, many places throughout the world this weekend. That's a privilege to be able to see this. Pay attention, be respectful. One thing I'll add is at the very end of the ceremony, cadets, is the Marine hymn, and Anchors Away is going to play. You're required to snap two during those two songs. Don't make me call you to attention. You should be doing that on your own. Good to go?
Yes, sir.
Have a great evening, guys.
Good evening and welcome to the Mountie Tech MC JROTC Marine Corps Birthday Ball Celebration. Now, a message from the Commandant and Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps.
We will cut our enemies down in droves. Our fires will be the substance of their nightmares. We will protect our brothers and sisters. The fields of the dead will serve as evidence of our passing.
I like Marine infantry, and I like the way they fought. They had shoes that none of you had. Didn't have proper shoes on, didn't have any shirts or anything. What do you expect troops are gonna do? It's 30 below zero. Now, I was used to it. We had kids in there that couldn't.
The Marine Corps is a force like no other. We have no peer. Our resilience is as unbreakable as our spirit. Because of this, we can endure any adversity. When faced with impossible challenges, we overcome and destroy any enemy in our path.
Our success in Fallujah was the individual Marine behind his personal weapon, but it was the Marine Rifle Squad and all the components of support that backed that squad leader and his squad. That was the secret weapon. You know, we talk about superpower weapons, all the capabilities of the nation. The Rifle Squad of Marine is the most fearsome weapon on the planet Earth.
We're the only organization that at the core, we ensure that first and foremost, our Marines are trained to be warfighters. We provide those Marines the fundamentals needed to be adaptable. And if they're adaptable, they're resilient. If they're resilient, they can problem solve. And if they can problem solve, they're going to be able to make the mission.
From the challenges of boot camp to battlefields anywhere in the world, our Marines persevere and win because no matter where they're from, they possess the courage and determination to overcome any obstacle. Our non-commissioned officers, the backbone of our Corps, make decisions, and lead from the front with ruthless efficiency.
The squad leader that I had across the 3 squads in Afghanistan they were brilliant, just very different people. But when it came to understanding the environment, understanding our equipment, and understanding the enemy, being able to adapt requires awareness.
In every battle we fought, the key has been decisive leadership carried out by our junior Marines. They are the difference makers, willing to walk point, be first through the door, and if necessary, make the ultimate sacrifice for their brothers and sisters.
When you're in a bad situation, the only thing you are allowed or permitted to do is to determine how you're going to fight your way out of that situation or scenario. You have mentally prepared yourself for these things, and then they happen. And then they're difficult, but you're able to navigate through them because you are trained professional war fighters.
As the world changes, we are changing with it. We are equipping our forces with cutting-edge technology, while also embracing our heritage, which shows us war will never change. America will always need Marines willing to fix bayonets and charge the enemy.
We're identifying what we think the next fight is going to look like. That's, force design and where we're moving. And it is very distributed in nature, to say the least. And at the entry level, teaching to think at a different level, to receive inputs and process different types of technology only supports what they're going to do in 2-3 years when they are that corporal.
The Marine Air Ground Task Force is the tip of America's spear. Adaptable to any situation, the MACTAF is ready to support our allies and destroy our enemies anywhere in the world. Our Marine Expeditionary Units stand forward deployed as a naval response force, always on call, in war and in peace.
These were special people. They were incredible people. I'm just thankful that for a moment, I got to know so many incredible heroes.
You always want another second, another minute, another hug. But, when the time comes and they're gone, that's it. So what you've said, what you've done, who you were, that's what they're going to remember.
The fallen didn't make that sacrifice for us to sit around and be sad all day. They made that sacrifice with the expectation that we would live in the fullest manner possible.
Do what you need to do to get back into the fight and know that the community is there, the brothers are there, the sisters are there, like everybody is there to keep the fight going, to keep pushing the fight, because inevitably, we need everybody to be operational. We need, that team to come back together and continue the mission, because you lose a teammate and you still have to keep fighting.
The enemies of the nation, we're the finest fighting force on the face of the earth. We've proven it. Coming up on 2.5 centuries.
Because you cannot beat that which will not stop.
I have 35 of the most savage human beings on earth. We are a bunch of rabid dogs.
We will continue to be the most elite ground fighting force that there is. And I think if we continue this extreme sense for violence of action, these Marines are going to continue to pave the way for our military.
Be ready, because if you're not ready, Marine Corps is going to do what they do best, win our nation's battles.
For 249 years, Marines have distinguished themselves not just by their valor, but by their readiness to confront the challenges that lie ahead, no matter how daunting those challenges might be.
The next fight is on the horizon, and it will demand everything we have. Our reputation as warriors is not just a relic of our past, but a living testament to our nature. Our spirit is one of relentless pursuit, unmatched violence, and a steadfast will to win.
Marines, our heritage is one of victory through superior might and unyielding perseverance. As we honor that heritage and our rich legacy today, we must also reaffirm our commitment to our nation, our families, and the Marines to our left and right. We will remain vigilant, and every Marine will be prepared to fight and win, no matter the cost.
Happy birthday, Marines, and Semper Fidelis.
Those who have served and those currently serving in the Marine Corps are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured and may still be enduring agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment. Before we recognize our activities this evening, we will pause to recognize our POWs and MIAs. We call your attention to the small table, which occupies a place of dignity and honor near the head table. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that the members of our Corps are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and MIAs. We call them comrades. They're unable to be with their loved ones and families tonight, so we join together to pay our humble tribute to them and bear witness to their continued absence. This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the friendly of one prisoner, alone against his or her oppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intentions to respond to the country's call to arms. The single red rose is in the vase, signifies the blood they may have shed in their sacrifice to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. This rose also reminds us of the families and friends of our missing comrades who give the faith while awaiting their return. The yellow ribbon on the vase represents the yellow ribbons worn on the lapels of thousands who demand unyielding determination, a proper accounting of our comrades who are not among us tonight. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitter fate. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless tears of the families as they wait. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast to us this night. The chair is empty. They are not here. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope, which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home, away from their captors, to the open arms of a grateful nation. Let us pray to the Supreme Commander that all of our comrades will soon be back within our ranks. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and protect them and their families. Please rise for a moment of silence for our captured and missing military members. Thank you. Please be seated.
Sound attention! Sound attendance call!
Detail, attention, carry swords.
Please rise for the entrance of the battalion commander, Cadet Colonel John Corain, and our guest of honor, retired First Sergeant, Mr. Paul Jordan. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the singing of the national anthem.
Carry. Choice. Ready. Cut. Forward. March. Present. Cut.
Present. Swords.
Cadet Second Lieutenant Mackenzie Manuel will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets regulate the bombs bursting in them, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Carry. Cut. Ready. Cut.
Order. Swords. Carry. Swords. Post the colors.
March. March. Forward. March. March time. March. Left turn. March. Color guard. Ho.
Order. Colors. Ready, cut.
Detail. Array. Rest.
Please be seated.
On November 1st, 1921, John A. Lejeune, 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps, directed that a reminder to the honorable service of the Corps be published by every command to all Marines throughout the globe on the birthday of the Corps. Since that day, Marines have continued to distinguish themselves on many battlefields and foreign shores, in war and peace. On this 249th birthday of the Corps, therefore, in compliance with the will of the 13th Commandant, Article 38 of the United States Marine Corps Manual, edition of 1921, is republished. The inspiring message of our 13th Commandant has left its mark on the hearts and minds of all Marines. By deed and act, from Guadalcanal to Iwo Jima, from Incheon to the Korean Armistice, in interventions from Lebanon to the Dominican Republic, and from the opening battles of Vietnam to Mayaguez's rescue, Marines have continued to epitomize those qualities which are their legacy. The success which they have achieved in combat and the faith they have borne in peace will continue. The Commandant and our many friends have added their hearty praise and congratulations to this, our 249th birthday.
It is traditional that the first slice of our Marine Corps birthday cake be presented to the guest of honor, and the next piece to the oldest cadet present, followed by the youngest cadet present. Ladies and gentlemen, the first piece of cake is presented to our guest of honor, retired first sergeant, Mr. Paul Jornet. The oldest cadet present today is Cadet Staff Sergeant Anthony Beckford, who was born on September 26, 2006. He became a member of the Minetech JROTC in August of 2021 and graduated Minetech on May 28, 2025. The youngest cadet present tonight is Cadet Private First Class Sierra Fesson, who was born on October 28, 2010. She became a member of the Minetech JROTC in August of 2024 and will graduate Minetech in May of 2028.
Detail. Attend. Check. Carry. Source.
Please rise for the exit of the sword detail. Please be seated. Good evening, cadets, guests, parents, and faculty. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude for the cadets, instructors, and parent volunteers who made this celebration possible. Their hard work and dedication has provided us with a ceremony to admire and a meal to enjoy. Please share me in giving them a round of applause. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our 2024 Monty Tech MC JROTC Birthday Ball to celebrate this year's 249th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. We are fortunate that the birthday ball also coincides with Veterans Day. The Marine Corps Birthday and Veterans Day are important celebrations in our nation. They provide us an opportunity to commemorate the service and sacrifices made by Marines and other service members and their families in the name of liberty and prosperity. As future leaders of America, it is both our privilege and responsibility to uphold the everlasting legacy of these brave men and women. We do so through this program by means of education and community service, for which I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you for sacrificing your time and effort to take part in. The Marine Corps motto, Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always loyal. We are extremely honored to be joined today by an individual who embodies this with pride through his service to his community, country, and the MC-JROTC program. Retired First Sergeant Paul Jornet proudly served in the United States Marine Corps for nearly 24 years, leading his devil dogs through daily challenges and hardships as the world's greatest fighting force. Following his retirement from service, First Sergeant Jornet took on the role as Senior Marine Instructor of Monty Tech's MC-JROTC program. His 17 years of countless contributions to our program continue to impact generations of cadets. Many of these cadets from prior years sit amongst us in our audience today. Now, he serves as the Operations Officer at the MC-JROTC headquarters in Quantico, Virginia, where he oversees more than 250 MC-JROTC programs worldwide. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce you to 2024 MC-JROTC 249th Birthday Ball Guest of Honor, Retired First Sergeant Paul Jornet.
I want to start with a couple of things I think are really important to just dig in. First off, the cake is good. So just stick that in there right now. And I'm standing between you and dinner and more cake. So I'll make it as brief as I can. The United States of America has a Marine Corps because the United States of America wants a Marine Corps. And it wants a Marine Corps to help defend our Constitution and our way of life. And all of us, just recently, we've seen the most amazing thing that we can as citizens of this country, and that's to exercise our right to vote for a government, to vote for a leader, to vote for a president. To be able to see that happen and not to live through that is what this country is about. It's what separates us from most of the countries in this world. So I'm happy to have that behind us as we move on now into this next year. I think we have some exciting times ahead for all of us. Secondly, the Marine Corps has a birthday celebration because the Marine Corps likes a party. That's what it is. We like to party because, like all parties, this is an opportunity to once again come together, friends, loved ones, family members, and rededicate ourselves to what makes us who we are to each other. And as First Sergeant led to when he was talking, this ceremony, this gathering is happening all over the world over this weekend. Ships and stations underway at sea, U.S. embassies around the world, barracks in Paris Island, San Diego, big Marine Corps installations. The same ceremony is happening, and it's that same dedication, that same feeling of belonging to one team. Now, I know that the purpose of this program here is not you to become an ISIS. Many of you are being exposed to something you've never seen before. And trust me, from where I sit as the operations officer, I have the opportunity to travel around the United States and see those programs that are a lot like yours in a lot of ways. We have over 29,000 cadets in Marine Corps JROTC. At high schools, a lot like Monte and some quite different. Same thing is having a program in which cadets, students can come together as teammates, learn leadership, learn to be a part of a community, and learn to do things that are above yourself, beyond yourself. Lastly, to me, coming back to Monte, this is coming back to family. I know you've heard the CO talking about 17 years here at Monte Tech. How many of you are 17 years old? Right? That's a lot of years, isn't it? It's a lot of years. And I can remember walking through those front doors here at Monte Tech in 2004 and sitting in this very cafeteria with a group of parents and talking about how we were going to lead the JROTC program to be a very important part of community listening. And as I look around tonight, also with the CEO talking about, is some of my first year students are sitting right over here. They're sitting here as they age in life and become parents, jobs within the community, law enforcement, and all different things. To look back and see that, and realize just how special this place is. And to look out and see the daughter of one of my students, and think about her mom, and what a wonderful student she was, and remembering about what this program brings to so many people. You may not grasp it, and I know it takes a while to truly understand what some of these relationships are, but I will tell you that in time, you will sit back and finally remember the days that you sat here with those new friends and new folks. Some of you will go on to careers that will be just amazing. Some of you will go into the military. Some of you will go into the trade fields you're learning today. And you're going to live great lives because that's what our forefathers wanted us. That's what we've put in place. You just need to be a part of it. Right? Part of moving us forward, continuously part of your community. I'm so proud of what you guys did. Chris was talking about, to me, about your 10-mile march. And guys, it just blows me away. It's something above yourself. I know there's probably some blisters out there, so even things like that, but it's something above yourself, beyond you. But you did it with a lot of the folks with you. And it's a good cause. And you're going to continue to do things like that. So do something that we do in the Marine Corps is rededicate yourself to that. Rededicate yourself to the future. Rededicate yourself to that education you're here in the school for. That success is involved. Rededicate yourself to being a good American. Rededicate yourself to being a good brother, sister, friend. Take a moment, just a moment, put that in your heart and soul. Because I guarantee you, in the future, you're going to sit back and you're going to think about that rededication time and time and time again. That you do. So I want you to join this evening. I certainly am going to join myself. I drove up from Quantico, left Quantico at 12:30 in the morning to get here to be with you. That's what I wanted to do. So I want you to have a great night. Thank you for the honor of inviting me here. Thank the principal, superintendent. Of course, you've got a great leadership team. From your cadets, instructors, and just all the instructors in the school. There's magic that happens in Monte. There is magic. Some of you have already felt it, some of you already haven't. You know one thing about magic? It's spreading around. So I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, First Sergeant Tournay, for your honor, courage, and commitment to our community, country, and the JROTC program. We would be honored if you would accept this token of our appreciation, a decorated pattern crafted by our very own cadets and Monte Tech's vocational program. One more round of applause for First Sergeant Jordan. Now, please rise for the flag of Acres Away in the Marine Camp. This concludes our ceremony. Please have a wonderful ball.